Hello, viewers. It's Sensei Michael from Screw Reviews, bringing you a new podcast on my seven called Super Sentai Review. And like always, I'm going to speak very loudly, very clearly, and very slowly, in case you don't understand me. Also, I heard do my best not to preach your heart during this audio podcast recording as well, not to cause any audio feedback as well. And finally, if you're under 18, this audio podcast recording will change your adult language. Once again, if you're under 18, this audio podcast recording will change your adult language if you're under 18. Now, if you're over 18, I need to go to watch this audio podcast recording. So anyway, with this and everything else out of the way, let's get into the latest episode of Boonboomger. So basically, it starts us when we left off in the previous episode. So basically, we see Shino came into the headquarters in the boom into the Rangers headquarters, and basically with the news about Boomboom. So basically, it turns out that Shino found out some information about Boomboom and what happened to him 10 years ago. Turns out his parents died 10 years ago before he disappeared. So basically, turns out that Boomboom's parents died when he was a kid. So basically, he was 10 years old at the time, I believe. Maybe 12 maybe he's 12, around 12 years old around the time. So anyway, and basically, so basically the others were like, the others like, felt kind of sorry for Boombala or Sakamo, aka Boombala. So anyway, while that was going on, we see Sakamo and Gizo, headed to talk to Cannon Boy and Cannon Boy at the warehouse. So basically, hmm, so basically, Cannibal wanted to meet Diesel and wanted to meet Diesel and Sakuma to hire them to take out the rest of the Rangers. But D-Trade, Tasha, and Yaya was like, I don't know about this, saying to themselves like, we can't trust him. We can't trust him at all. After all, he did destroy our monsters. He did destroy your sword monsters, for God's sake. We can't trust him. So basically, and so if I do it, if I do it, I want to get paid for it. So basically, oh really? You gonna really, So basically, it seems like Ken Ford doesn't want to pay him and whatnot, and plus, and it seems like Sakamo, Violet, Sakura, I'm probably pronouncing Moonbody's name wrong. Please forgive me. Anyway, Sakuma didn't want to. It seems like he doesn't really want to be even bothered to even try to fight the Rangers, that's when Tasha had the idea. So basically, somehow somehow Tasha meant to steal that trading card of a famous race car driver from pickpocketed from Sakamo's pickpocket Sakamo's favorite racing card racing trading card from Sakamo's pocket, and basically like what the hell, and he got pissed off because that's his favorite card. It turns out that trading card that trading card with the racer on it is a card that his friend gave him 10 years ago before he left to go into space. So anyway, basically, Sakura was about to go hand on Yaya and Tasa. So basically, whoa, and Jesus was like, we can't, if we turn, if you become an enemy of the if you become an enemy of the Hashi aliens, that means if we do go back in space, the Hashi aliens, so basically crimes won't deal with because we got beef with the Hashi aliens. So basically, you need to calm down. We'll get your car back. So basically, Tasha is like this, Cannonball asked you guys to destroy the Rangers. So basically, this is how we're gonna hold on to this precious card of yours, and once you complete the job that Cannonball once you destroy the Rangers. So anyway, we see somewhere we see Tyre, outside some tea, outside some factory that makes tea, and basically turns out that turns out that Tyre managed to track down a friend that knows Sakamo before he went into space. So basically, to get our to get a sense idea of what's going on. But before Tyre went into questioning, Sakamo's friend, Sakamo showed up and started to fight him. It's like, what the hell is going on with you? So basically, like, oh, you should, like, what the hell is going on with you? So basically, I'm about to talk to your best friend, and see, don't you want to go talk to your best friend and whatnot? And basically, like, and Sakamo was like, I didn't came here to that. I came here to take you out, and the rest of, and the rest of the, and the rest of the, and the rest of the Rangers. So basically, before Sakamo showed up, Sakamo time is to get a word to the other Rangers to show up. But it's going to take them some time to show up to help Tyre with Sakamo. So basically, Tyre and Sakamo started to fight each other and whatnot. And basically, and basically, like, once all right, you're like, something is like, and Tyre was like, I can sense something bothering you. So basically, like, what the hell is wrong with you? What's going on with you? Like, your friend, your best friend is like, your best friend who owns that tea facility, like, you won't even go see him. So basically, give me the full story. So basically, a long time ago, that we started having flashback. Sakamo started to have flashback back when he was a young boy. Him and him and his friend, him and his best friend used to have a trading card collection based off of famous car races and whatnot. So basically, that card that Tosser took from him is was a was given to by his best friend before he left to go into space with Diesel. So turns out that Diesel came to Earth 10 years ago before Boonboom did. So basically, Diesel was the first one to come to Earth before looked like Diesel was the first one to come to Earth 10 years ago, and basically Sakamo was somewhere in the forest, and Diesel appeared, looked like Diesel and maybe some of those Hachi aliens with Diesel, and basically, and Sakamo asked to so basically, Sakamo asked to go to space with Diesel, and Diesel just took him to out of space after his parents died. So basically, after getting the full story, it's like, you and basically, and basically after Ty got the full story and whatnot, and that's when the Sword Monster showed up, and so basically the Sword Monster, so basically that Sword Monster that so basically, once again, Tasha use her powers to make that sword that Sakuma and Gijo delivered to Cannonball and turn it into a monster again. But this time it was Gates or the gasoline industry that it dissolved the first time when it turned into a monster. It got a upgraded powerful and whatnot. So anyway, so basically, the upgraded sword monster started to attack, Sakamo's friend, who also had, some of his supports, and also Sakamo's friend also has a son and wife Israel being attacked by the sword, being drained of their gasoline energy by the sword monster, and basically Sakamo was pissed off and whatnot about this. He did. He didn't want his best friend or his family to get hurt about it. So basically, Diesel and the rest of the Rangers showed up and basically managed to get Sakamo and his family and his employees to safety and whatnot. And basically, Sakamoto's friend was happy to see him and whatnot. So basically, like and Sakamoto was like, you know what, like Jesus said that, oh, I met up. So lucky for me that lucky for me, I met up with the other Rangers as well, and also give my man to get back the card, gave back the gave back the card that Tosser stole from Sakamoto as well. So anyway, so basically, like it seems like I know, and like Jesus, like no, it seems like you had a hard life, with your parents dying and all, but your friend right here, you've been gone for 10 years, your best friend still cares about you, and is happy to see you. So basically, and plus the Rangers are not this bad as well. So basically, like if if you want to help me, I think that I think it's time to join forces with the other Rangers and take down these bad guys and take down the hockey aliens. So basically, Sakura said that Sakura still doesn't care about Earth, but at the same time, like you got you hockey aliens went too far, trying to threaten, stealing my favorite trading card and trying to hurt my best friend and his family. So basically, you guys are now my enemies. So basically, Tyre and Sakura morphed up again, and basically they did a team roll call with all six Rangers. Boom Boom was watching from the headquarters, they did their roll call, and basically, and basically, and basically working together as a team. The Rangers took down the Foot Soldiers and took down the Sword Monsters, working as a team, and basically, Tyre and Sakamo get a combination attack with their weapons, they took down the sword monsters while the other Rangers took down the foot soldiers. And basically, the sword monster was destroyed and turned to energy, and that's when Yaya used her beam powers to turn the energy, it turned the sword monster, that is now energy, into a giant boom car that looks like into a giant boom car killer. It basically is the giant. It's a killer version of the boom classic boom car, and basically Tasha Detroit and Yaya summon boom killer and use the killer killer boom classic car and transform it into sword mode, and basically the boom killer Robo can't had another combination, dual wheel mode. So basically, we got the boom killer Robo version of dual wheel a dual wheeling mode and whatnot. So anyway, boom. So anyway, basically, Boom Boom showed up, transformed into his Megazord mode. Then Diesel transformed into his Megazord mode. Basically, with some crazy, So basically, Boom Boom transformed into his Boom Megazord mode. So basically, his night mode, and basically, turns out that boom. Turns out that the sword. Turns out that the killer classic sword can fly, and basically started to overpower Boom Boom in night mode, and basically that's when Diesel transformed into his Megazord mode. It turns out that in Diesel's Megazord mode he could fly. So basically, Diesel managed to basically took charge of the fight, and basically like usual like usual he took down he took down the killer Boom Boom Megazord, and basically we see Tasha Yaya got flying out of the Megazord, out of the boom at the Boomger killer Robo Megazord, and basically like King Rocket, it got defeated and whatnot. So basically, So after they defeated Tasha, Yaya, and Detroit, and the Boom Boom Kid of Robo, Megazord, basically, the Rangers had a discussion about Sakamo and whatnot, and basically, like, glad to have you on the team and whatnot. So basically, they're glad to have Sakamo on the team and whatnot. So basically, Sakamo got caught up with his friend, and his friend said, "Oh, it's good to see you. It's been 10 years. I'm happy to see you again, my friend." So basically, Sakamo was happy, and so basically, like, I want you to have the card that you gave me 10 years ago. Here, take it, and like, but his Sakamo would say, "No, no, you keep it. You keep it. Besides, I have another one just like this." So anyway, turned out that Sakamoto's friend is, like it's an owner and took over his family business. So basically, Sakamoto's friend is now in the tea business. So basically, he took Sakamoto his friend took over his father's tea business and whatnot. And basically, I like to meet my family, my son and whatnot. And so basically, Jesus said, "Well, ooh, I'd like to meet your family and have some tea." And so basically, Sakamoto and Giza went to go hang out with Sakamoto's friend and his family. While that was going on, we see Agent Saba in the Boonger's headquarters talking to her boss, and talking about, yes, Boom Violet, yes, the new Boom Violet is now a part of the team. So basically, and also it has some valuable information on the hockey aliens that we might find useful. And basically, that's how the episode ended with Agent Saba talking to her boss on the phone that that Boombar is now part of the team, and also has some valuable information on the hockey aliens that will be very useful for us. And basically, that's how the episode ended on that note. So anyway, this was a good episode. So basically, we finally got our idea. We finally got more details on Boombale, and knowing that his parents died and whatnot, and basically, and how he got the space because of Diesel and whatnot, and got more information, and plus we got so good also got a setup that sooner or later that Agent Saba is going to question Sakamo and Diesel about getting information from them about the Hashi aliens and whatnot. So anyway, this was a very good episode of Boonboomger. So anyway, what do you guys think about this episode? Good, bad, or just okay? Please let me know in the comments below this podcast. Anyway, sign off. One.